Welcome back to a new YouTube video. I know it's been a minute, a solid 8 months, 9 months since the last uploading, but that's how it is sometimes. Sorry, went to go get gas and other things this morning, but so today's not my birthday, but technically today is the first day that I am officially 28, so happy birthday to me. Celebrated yesterday, July 14th. But I was born at 11:59, last night. So today, officially, I am 28. Surreal feeling. I don't know. It just keeps going. Yeah. So I decided this morning. I decided, a couple weeks ago, and let me just put it like this: I can count on both hands the amount of times I've been in the gym over the past 3 months. Yeah, it's probably been about that over the past 3 months. I could say it's not much more over the past 6 months, but somewhere about that. And I think I needed it. It was to me, felt like a necessary. Turn the car off. Um, I can't explain it to you guys, and I think I'll go further into it after my workout, but I wanted to make a point that, um, you know, I'm getting back in there and I'm doing what I do best, and that's fucking training hard and getting jacked and strong. um, I feel like that's the only thing I could do efficiently, and even now it seems to be getting harder, but I think it's more of a mental thing than anything. But yeah, so for my 28th birthday, I figured I'd throw up a YouTube video and reflect on some things and bring you guys along my day. Not going to be too long of a workout, and I'll explain why in a minute, of what I'm doing and what my plan is for coming back into the gym and taking the steps to get fucking huge and jacked again. Um, and I will be talking about my stack and what I will be potentially doing to my body, in terms of if I am or am not running PEDs, any supplements I'm going to be using. I'll talk about my macros, and pretty much my general plan, because I'm not a person that plans every little specific detail and I probably should be. If I was a little more organized, it probably would be easier. But I don't feel it's necessary to go into the nitty-gritty details. I think a general messy plan and just messy action is better than anything else. And bro, I've been doing this for over a decade at this point. You know, Lifting and working out, and this isn't the first time I've come back from losing, a bit of weight and a bit of size. So, yeah, I'm excited, really, more than anything. But yeah, I'll just take you through the workout, and I'll see you inside. Yo, so I'm just gonna get right into it here and just kind of go over what my plan is for training and what I'm doing right now in terms of not rehabilitation, but just overall resensitizing myself to weight training, building up endurance, and short term goals that has to do with training, and then obviously what it's supposed to lead to. So to just start off, I am doing a full body type split. I'm doing 2 to 3 sets per muscle group. So I'll be doing chest, triceps, biceps, back, hamstrings, quads, calves, shoulders, every single muscle group. And what I'm doing is I'm not going to failure as I would typically be doing, because straight up, I just can't handle it. I can't get to failure and then recover efficiently enough to justify training that way. On top of that, if I were to train one singular muscle group, for instance, say I do back and triceps or chest and biceps, and I just focus those two muscle groups, 4 or 5 times a week, breaking it up, too specific, it becomes too much workload, and I become way too excessively sore. I don't recover in time, and I'm not even really I can't even be in the gym that long to train us specific muscle groups
consistently because my endurance just isn't there. So I'm avoiding going to failure because I just can't handle it at this point in time as much as I want to. And trust me, it's been so hard to transition the the mindset of training to failure, because that's all I've ever done is trained absolutely as hard as I possibly could, constantly, all the time. And when you're detrained, you just don't have that endurance. You don't have that uh, muscular endurance to withstand it. Um, and you won't get effective workouts that way as well if you're, excessively fatigued, or, you're trying to do like 2 or 3 exercises for a muscle group and you're not even getting full range of motion anymore. So as you can see with how I'm training, it's very slow, controlled, methodical, not necessarily slow, but more controlled than slow. Getting proper stretches, trying to execute as well as possible, maintaining form, and just get familiar with movements again. And just touching in these areas and just getting blood flow, getting a bit of a pump. I start to feel like I'm getting a bit of resistance, getting close to failure right there, and then I slow down and I stop. Um, Doing this over time, I'm going to start to build up more muscular endurance, and I'm going to be able to push harder and further into these sets. And then eventually I'll be able to start adding more reps, more exercises. This is progressive overload pretty much. You start with the bare minimum, what you can handle. And then over time, to progressively overload, you can improve your form, improve your pacing, increase the weight, increase the rep ranges. There's a multitude of things you can be doing to consistently challenge yourself, and that is the goal here. Pretty much, I want to challenge myself, but I don't want to kind of, um, overload myself to the point where I am incredibly fatigued, sore, and burnt the fuck out. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, and just trying to keep that consistent. And I will notice as I continue to train, and to be honest, like, I'm recording this voiceover like 2 weeks later. Clearly, you could tell by the upload date of this video, and then when I said the date, I said it was July 15th. So it's been a couple weeks, and training has been pretty solid since then. I've put on a bit more size. I feel a little bit more comfortable. So in the next couple videos that are going to be coming, you're going to see improvements in that as well. But I think this is just awesome to document, because not enough people talk about what you need to be doing when you've been out of the gym for a little while. And people get super discouraged, me included, get very discouraged when I'm training and trying to train hard, and I just can't do it. And then I beat myself up like, damn, like, this feels terrible, I feel terrible. But if I keep that mindset, I'm going to feel terrible for every workout. So really what I'm focusing on is feeling the muscle contractions, good pacing, and just overall enjoying the exercises. I'm not really like trying to compete with my previous self or whatever, because that doesn't matter. Where I'm at right now is all who I need to compete with. So my next video is I'm competing with where I was in this video. But obviously I'm still trying to challenge myself. I don't want to go too excessively light, because I'm not going to get a good stimulus from it. But I don't want to go incredibly heavy and just start jumping into big numbers and be like, oh, I got to get back to where I was, I need to go heavier. That's not progressive overload. And you're not going to make much progress by just slapping on weight and then just pushing really, really hard at the start. You will know and you will feel when you're starting to improve in muscular endurance and you're able to handle longer workouts. These workouts are 45 minutes. They really aren't that long. Full body does take a little longer than, like, say, targeting 2 or 3 specific muscle groups, because you're moving around the gym, you got to get all this equipment. But sometimes it's quicker because a lot of people like to do specified muscle groups and whatnot. So I find that to be a great introduction to getting acclimated to weight training again. Also, I want to start incorporating more athletic type training style, and I want to bring back improved cardio, and not just doing weightlifting entirely. I want to kind of replicate how I used to train and what I enjoyed the most. And by the way, these seated calf raises absolutely freaking suck. You should be doing standing. You get a better stretch. But keep note that I am only training in the bottom half of the calf raise portion. You get a better stretch and you stay in the stretched position longer. And that's like a big thing about training, is staying in the stretched position. damn, I said I was going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing in terms of like PEDs and whatnot, and like, you know, supplements. Long story short, I'm staying natty. I'm not doing any supplements, but that'll be another video probably where I go into that. So, and now we're going to the beach. I don't know how this audio is going to come out because it's pretty windy over at the beach right now, but I decided to pick up a new hobby and refresh an old hobby of fishing. So, catch some flounders. So, I got about an hour left of daylight before, you know, it's too dark out and tide goes down too much. So, yeah, let's see what I find. You know, my girlfriend picked out this spinner, the hot pink spinner. I was considering using my white one, but she picked it out, and I'm gonna catch a damn fish with it. So, or at least I'm gonna try. I don't know if fish like hot pink, but I don't know. I feel like fish really eat anything, so why not something that's hot pink?